What up, SFAM? It's your boy Lynch back again with another mother freaking video. SFAM, stand up, stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. Yeah. Hey, y'all. So, got another one to Angry Cops, man. I got to give a big shout out to Dubu Beji and to Sarah Llewellyn for hitting me up with the hashtag SFAMReact, putting the link to this video up in the comment section. So, according to Angry Cops, y'all, we know that Venezuela does not have a good track record. They tried to scare the Marines, but they didn't do a good job as far as trying to scare the Marines, bro. All right, we already got that under wraps. We already seen that. By the way, if it's your first time to the page, comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Y'all know y'all can join Super Fam if y'all want to, right? It's not a requirement, but it's there for you if you want to. Super Fam's gonna get the early access to the videos when I post them. Super Fam is also gonna get access to the SFAM emojis and the membership badge next to their names, y'all. So we already know that Venezuela they didn't scare the Marines at all, right? So now Angry Cops has seen something. I guess they tried to do a raid. Venezuela tried to do a raid, but they failed at the raid. So Angry Cops is about to break it down for us and let us know how it really was, man. I don't know what to expect. I see the word failed up in there. So I don't know. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I want to see what it is. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready to do this? SFAM, stand up, stay focused, motivate, get motivated up in this day one time. Let's go!
You ever get really drunk with your friends and start putting together a hodgepodge, absolutely out of your mind plan as to take over your city, your town, your village, or maybe a South American country like Venezuela? Because a couple dudes with some Green Berets decided that the kill course and a couple deployments overseas was the right amount of expertise to fly into Venezuela, abduct Maduro, and fly him back to the United States or a $15 million finder's fee. And it did not work out as well as they had hoped.
Hold on a second. So the SF went to raid Venezuela and they failed. Wow. Hold on a second, y'all. I hope I got that right. Let's see.
We're going to break that down today. Silver Corp, a privately owned security company ran by Justin Goudreau, I think that's how you say his name, was supposed to link up with 300 Venezuelan military defectors who left the military once Maduro retained his power in a questionable election.
Hold on a second, man. Hold on. I'm going to take it back real quick.
Deployments overseas was over your city, your town, your village, or maybe a South American country like Venezuela. Because a couple dudes with some Green Berets decided that the kill course and a couple deployments overseas was the right amount of expertise to fly into Venezuela, abduct Maduro, and fly him back to the United States or a $15 million finder's fee.
So it was the Special Forces? The Army Special Forces. Oh, we gotta see this. All right, we gotta see this. Let's go.
And it did not work out as well as they had hoped. And we're going to break that down today. Silver Corp, a privately owned security company ran by Justin Goudreau, I think that's how you say his name, was supposed to link up with 300 Venezuelan military defectors who left the military once Maduro retained his power in a questionable election and were hiding out in Colombia. Once joining the previous Venezuelan military forces in Colombia, they would then train for 45 days, and after receiving military weapons and training from ex-Special Forces and Navy SEALs members, they would then infiltrate Venezuela by means of fast boats, overtake the airport, Simon Bolivar Airport, and then continue on to Maduro, where they would extract him, removing him from his security detachment, bring him back to Simon Bolivar International Airport, requesting air assistance, and then being lifted off back into Colombia or the United States.
Now that is a top secret mission right there, y'all. Top secret mission, bruh. The security company joins the Venezuelans unit, gets access to their weapons and all that good stuff, and then they go and take down the top dog over there? Come on, bro. Let's go.
That's how it was supposed to go. we're going to talk about how it actually went down.
A quick
Jordan,
AR?
originally a Canadian citizen, not holding anything against you there, bub. The owner of Silver Corp and the brainchild of this horrible debauched coup was an E6 in the United States Army Green Beret. Now, he had multiple tours overseas, but why would you pick an E6 to run a 300-man detachment to overthrow a sitting dictator, political leader, whatever you want to call him? Don't you think you want somebody with like field grade experience, like a sergeant major, at least? If you're going to go enlisted men or a first sergeant, somebody that's done some coordinating with larger groups.
Now, he said if they were enlisted. All right, now it could have been an officer too, but your enlisted is gonna probably get in there and get boots. I mean, officers might, just depending on, since they're special forces. But yeah, that makes perfect sense. But I just hear special forces and I'm like, bruh, big dogs, top dogs, you know what I'm saying? High speed, you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's keep it moving, y'all.
Groups and elements before, or at least a fucking major. Or
see, a major. There you go.
Officers,
there you go,
know
bro.
how to take the big map and look it around and put dots and things and tell guys to move.
Call the shots.
No, an E6 with team level experience. Red flag popping up. Red flag. Organizing a military coup is a little different than running a security detail for Taylor Swift as she exits the Hotel Marriott in Milwaukee. I bet he fluffed the shit out of his resume like veterans do. Oh, I was a team leader. Led 6 men elements constituting $1.7 million of United States military funding and equipment.
Keep it simple. Just keep it simple, bro. If you was a freaking team leader, just say you're the team leader. You gotta be truthful. Gotta, you know what I'm saying? Speak the true facts on your freaking resume and on your freaking evaluations. Point blank. Let's go.
Send. You fucking ran a team, dude. Don't church it up. Guy number 2, Juan Jose Rendon. A questionable politician whose accolades consist of leaving office due to rumors, just rumors, of him accepting bribe money from cartels. Oh, wow, great guy. Oh, there's more? He was also accused of manipulating Mexico's election results in 2012. This is the guy in charge of financing this entire coup. This is bad. I can already feel the amount of integrity plummeting in the beginning stages of this coup. And finally, we have Major...
Big drill sergeant, no, bro. That integrity level gotta be on 1,000, bro. Come on, let's freaking keep it moving.
General Alcala of the Venezuelan military, who defected after Maduro won re-election in that shady thing that he did. Remember how I said in the beginning that Maduro had that $15 million bounty on him if you could bring him back to the United States? Well, there was a $10 million one out for the general. And that indictment that he shared with Maduro was for the traffic of 250 metric tons of cocaine being illegally transported in the United States. Well, I don't know how you could legally transport cocaine in the United States, but they transported it there. So Stellar Guy, who by the way is now in custody in the U.S. I don't know who got the $10 million. I wonder if he did because he turned himself in. So there's your 3 in charge. Inexperienced E6 Green Beret, who seems to be a little out of his gourd. Shady politician.
And a drug trafficker.
Dirty general. This is gonna go off without a hitch. Phase 1 were the major players. Phase 2 is the training. Originally, 300 men were supposed to join forces with Silver Group and get trained. Well, there's an issue there.
They didn't
because
get 300
that
men?
number went from 300 to 60.
Wow.
And if you're not good at math, 20% of what you originally thought you were gonna get is what you got. You wanted $100? Here's a 20. Math. In any normal military operation, during the planning phases, there are certain things that you have to meet. And if you don't meet those things, the mission's just done, it's stopped, it's wiped out. We can't complete it, it's done.
Makes sense, bro.
Don't you think you should have not done the mission when you got under 50% of the dudes you thought were gonna help you?
That don't make
so much under 50%.
This is like a no-brainer right here. That's why my battle buddy is looking freaking crazy right now, bruh. And I'm getting so excited, like the spit is just coming out of my mouth as I talk. But that's why he's like this right now, bruh. Because this is a no-brainer. Like, don't do it. Don't do this, okay? Look at him, bruh. Look at him. He's telling you right now, man. Let's keep it moving, bruh.
It's 20. It's half. It's less than half.
Less than half of
the
half
that you needed. But we're gonna drive through because E6 Green Beret's in charge, and he's got moxie. Now 300 to 60 is a significant drop in manpower. But hey, these guys are getting trained by ex-Green Berets and SEALs. Would sneak up behind people, slit their throat, fucking shoot them and catch them in the water like that fucking Valor movie with the SEALs. The guy shot and I caught him in the water. I lowered him down. Super secret.
Now my thing is, who signed off on this after that team leader, staff sergeant had to make sure that this plan looked freaking golden, because somebody even higher than that believed that it was gonna happen and was like, okay, let's go ahead and do it. You're authorized to go ahead and do it. I don't know, bro. Let's go, man.
Now the training was just as bad, if not worse, than the individuals leading this ridiculous coup. An ex-Navy SEAL who assists in a non-for-profit training individuals in combat zones regarding medical skills and how to fix one another up was there, teaching these 60 dudes, and said that everybody was emaciated. Often men would skip meals throughout the day. That was the norm. And the 5 bomb-sniffing dogs they had were just as emaciated as the handlers. All the equipment they were promised didn't come to them during the training phase.
Not gonna lie, I don't know what emaciated means. Let me do some research real quick, SFAM, alright? Emaciated. Abnormally thin or weak, specifically because of illness or lack of food. So these dudes were super thin. They skipped meals and stuff like that, right? And the dogs were too. So they weren't not fit to fight, basically, bro. Let's go, man.
SEAL stated that there were men using cut-off broomstick handles in lieu of weapons for training. We got 20% of the dudes we were supposed to have, and none of the equipment we're supposed to use. Yo, we should keep this going. This is good. We can work through this.
Why
and this brings up a different question. What group is this SEAL working for? That he's in the middle of Colombia training some Venezuelans to go do a coup, and he's like, yeah, this is a good idea. This is what my non-for-profit should be about. At least he's training them for medical shit, because you know that they're gonna get jacked up. Foreshadowing. He knew they were about to do a coup because he
crazy,
went and talked to Jordan and said, hey man, look guys, no equipment. You should probably cut this off. Don't do it. Cut it off. Cut it off right now.
Who signed off
was like, no, man. I'm a Green Beret.
I know what I'm doing.
We've got a dirty politician
this
and
is
a coke
crazy.
dealing general.
So this dude probably made a freaking bad name for special forces, bro. This don't make no sense. You would think that somebody who's special forces would do a little bit better than this, bro. They would do a little bit better than that, man. Let's go, bro.
This is a great Netflix opportunity. We're going for it. Phase 1 was who's who. Phase 2 is training.
And phase 3,
execution. Let's see how this bad boy's about to go down. Now, originally, they're supposed to fast boat in on some high-speed shenanigans with night vision goggles and a whole bunch of equipment, but that got shut down because, you know,
they didn't have the freaking
drug dealing
equipment,
general
probably.
and dirty politician E6 Green Beret that doesn't know his ass from the hole in the ground. That stuff. Well, it went kind of bad because they were driving beat-up fisherman boats from Colombia into Venezuela to first take over the largest airport in the capital,
with
the Simon Bolivar International Airport. I'm butchering these Spanish names. You couldn't have picked a smaller airport? There's no smaller, like, little runways you gotta do. You got 60 dudes. You've only got 60 dudes.
60,
and you gotta take over the airport.
The biggest airport, right?
Right, you gotta hold
with
it.
60.
And then you go get Maduro with his security detail all around him. So that means that dudes out of your 60 are gonna be at the airport. So you're going over there with less than 60. And they're ready. He's already had attempts on him. Maduro's prepped and ready to go for somebody to try and take him out. So what, you're going over there with 40 dudes max, maybe? Do you think that's gonna be enough?
I would think it'd be less than that. Because you, like he said, you gotta lock down that huge airport. It's probably gonna take at least half of your personnel. You only got 60. I would think he was sending less than 40 to go get him, bruh. I don't know. Let's go.
Once the shots start going, all it is one phone call and one, holy shit, we're being overrun. And beep, boop, beep, you're going to have a whole shit ton of Venezuelan real military guys surrounding you, and you're done. You're toast.
Not
You're
to mention
gone.
probably the civilian government.
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Is that what you thought? Dude, not only did they do it in a shitty paddle boat, but they did it in broad daylight with their passports and expired military IDs on them. A broad daylight beach landing
blowing
with
his mind right
weapons.
now, bro.
You didn't even think to do it
at
nighttime
nighttime?
where people 500 fucking meters onshore can't see you? You don't even need nods. Just dudes walking around like, pay no mind here, madam. I am going to walk this way to the airport.
You
what
see
makes
me,
it
right?
so laughable is the 2 Green Berets that used to be in 10th Special Forces group. They didn't speak Spanish.
Oh my freaking
How are you
goodness,
training
man.
these guys and going down there? You don't speak fucking Spanish. We gotta go 500 meters that way. There's a
His mind is blown right now, bro. This is crazy. This is freaking crazy, man. This don't make no sense. That's probably why they couldn't get the okay, all right. We gonna keep it going, y'all.
The sniper. ¿Qué pasa? No comprende, gringo? I speak Spanish. Ah, I speak Spanish. You got caught in the water before you even got to hit the beach and start walking towards the gosh dang airport. Venezuelan military was like, hey, we knew you idiots were doing this shit. And you might say, well, how did they know? Dope deal in general, being the genius that he is, couldn't keep his mouth shut and was telling Colombian intel analysts, hey, we're gonna do this coup. I hope you're ready for it.
Why would you
It's gonna
tell
happen
anybody what you're
sometime,
doing?
Probably in
Why
May.
would you tell
Being next-door
anybody?
neighbors to one another, and there's probably some pro-Maduro people in Colombia. They went over and spilled the beans
Exactly.
to the head of intel in Venezuela, who stated, we knew everything. In fact, we, the Venezuelan government under Maduro, with this intel guy, paid for some of the meetups. That's how intertwined Maduro's intel analysts were in this entire coup. In fact, it was so bad, an Associated Press article was put out before the coup detailing what was gonna happen during this coup.
That doesn't make any sense, bruh.
Like it got a couple leaks there, but another small giveaway to this coup was Mr. Dirty Politician got pulled over and in his car was like 60, 70 rifles and body armor.
I thought he was going to be moving
freaking
some
Venezuelan
drugs.
coppers are like, hey, you're anti-Maduro and you've got all the shit in your car. We're going to take it and we're going to tell people about you. You don't have enough
then they're
fingers
still gonna
to plug
conduct
the
their freaking
holes
mission,
of
bro.
all the leaks in this shitty ship coup that you're trying to motorboat into Venezuela, guy. And the rest is history. Now Maduro's been saying that young fishermen helped catch these bad guys and then they called the police, and that's what kicked it all off, because the people of Venezuela are pro-Maduro, which is a bold-faced lie and obviously some pandering in order to get...
He's not gonna tell how they freaking really found out about it, because then that's how they would freaking, if anybody was gonna come and get him next time, they would try to stop that way from happening. So he's gonna make up something and say, oh, we found out this way, when that wasn't the real way they found out. You know what I'm saying?
People in Venezuela to think that there's some huge groundswell that still supports Maduro, when in actuality, his intel director and other people in that government stated that, no, we already had infiltrators, we already knew what was going on. We were paying for half of the meetings that they were going to.
Don't make no
and we let it all
sense,
happen and
bro.
got them before their feet even touched the ground. Other people are saying that this was orchestrated or funded by the United States government. And let me tell you what. The United States government ain't throwing 60 dudes in some old fishing boats with no night vision goggles and some ill-fitting, dirty t-shirts to go take out Maduro and bring him back to the United States. You had to go by water, didn't you? Had to use those shitty little paddle boats in order to get up onto the shore of Venezuela. You couldn't just go hacking through the brush and dense vegetation in the jungles of Venezuela.
I don't know. But
How did every single one of the people that they captured and put on camera looked absolutely disgusting? Not one of them had a uniform on. It was just dirty white tees and flip-flops. That's how we're going to overtake Maduro? They look like everybody's
Don't
fat,
make
greasy
no
uncle at a barbecue.
sense, bro. That don't make no freaking sense, man. SFAM, this has to be one of the most craziest stories that I've ever heard of, man. This has to be one of the craziest things, man. Even I'm not even gonna say anything else about this. I'm not gonna say nothing else about it, man. I'm not. SFAM, y'all stay focused and motivated and think, bruh. Think. If it don't make sense, don't do it, bruh. If it don't make sense, don't do it. Unless you're told that you have to. It's just so questionable, man. SFAM salute, stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. It's your boy Lynch. I'm out of here, man. Deuces.